Hey, welcome back to another codecasting video. I know I've been off the air for a good while. First thing I want to address, Sleepy Gary is not my main account. This is an account that I borrow from my friend. So I know that I ran into a lot of sassy, salty Wereaboo players going, "Nine, the German army is superior." If you think that you're going to find me or try to look up the account and see the stats are not, perfect co-stats, you're going to be disappointed because I borrow this account from my friend and he's a good buddy of mine, and he lets me, either practice or get back into the rhythm, and it helps me hide my main account from you salty Wereaboo players. So eat my dick. Now, back to the video. I'm going to go ahead and start with a triple conscript build and two engineers. Triple conscripts for the meat and potatoes, right? So conscripts are going to be the meat, engineers are going to be the potatoes. Engineers are going to plant mines in the background while I'm messing around. And if you're wondering why I took a break for a little bit, I needed to focus on my college, maintain my life. I realized I was putting too much time into co. I needed a break. I needed to, enjoy the simpler things in life and focus on my comedy videos. But we're getting back into it, so I'm going to go ahead and get a green cover sandbag down. Now, usually I put more than just one, but for this one, I'm going to put it on this point because he can constantly cut me off. If you're wondering, hey, why are you putting it right there? Let me go ahead and pause this real quick. In case he decides to press this point, he can't get inside because the green cover's on the outside, so he has to force his way into this negative cover. If he does take the point and sit behind the sandbag, I can always attack from the right at long range, which will negate this cover, or I can go left and swing around town and hit him in the back with all this nice negative cover. So we're good to go. All right, let's get back into it. And eventually I'll put some barbed wire down. Engineers are going to go ahead and cap. Conscripts are focusing down here because I want that Muni as soon as possible. Munis and Soviets go together. I see a lot of people focus fuel with Soviets. No, focus the Munis. The Munis win the games because with the Munis, you can eventually upgrade these conscripts to 7-man conscripts, which do really good and reduces reinforcement costs. For my new players, my veteran players, they know what's up, but there's nothing wrong with being new at the game. So I'm going to put my tip with a foot in there because I realize the Storm Pioneers are around here somewhere, so don't close that gap. Keep the tip in and nothing but the tip. And yes, that's what she said. Let's cut that out. I'm sorry. Let's get straight to the point. There we go. Now, make as many that's what she said jokes as you can. Go for it. All right, Storm Pioneers are going to hide behind that bush, so my opponent knows what's up. He's doing the right thing. He's waiting for me to get ambushed. I'm going to wait for my additional conscript squad that's walking up right now. See? And we're going to keep this going. Now, somebody asked me to more follow the camera to see my movements during the match. I totally agree, and it helps you see my thought process. So this being my first game of the day, I'm a little bit rusty. Conscripts are going to get into green cover, keep it at range, and I'm going to kind of win or stall those Vulture Grenadiers. Now, what I should have done immediately is focus these ones in negative cover. I messed up, but I'm going to correct that mistake so I can stop that cap and start bleeding him. Because he's in, medium cover. There's a little log right there. Makes no sense, but co-reality, right? That cover, right, is I don't understand this game sometimes. Maybe if they're prone or on their bellies. So engineers are going to press. I realize I can't win. I move the low conscripts back so they don't get wiped, and I'm going to back away. I can't win this engagement anymore. Not worth it. Not worth the bleed and the manpower loss. So now we're teching into medics at my base. And the reason why we want to get those early medics is the more bleed damage the enemy does to you, the worthless your units are. So let's say I didn't lose a model and these conscripts are at this kind of health. They're not worth it. You can't even send them out. I don't want those medics right away. Keep the units healthy, keep them in the fight. So conscripts are delaying. And I have flamethrowers. He's going to retreat because he won't win with his health pool. Still delaying the fight. Here comes the blob. I'm going to have to run away. He's waiting to wipe me on retreat. Look at that negative cover, right? Well, we're not going to do that. At the same time, engineers are up here capping. My bad. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the cap. I'm going to take his cutoff over here on the side. Now, misclicks on my part. These conscripts should have been moving. There we go. So now we're going to go for the enemy's cutoff. We're going to stay behind this green cover because the opponent can't touch me, stop the VP bleed, and at the same time, we're going to split him two different ways. My enemy is going for my munitions. I noticed that because I have his munitions. So we're good. Engineers at range, perfectly fine. Engineers up here decapping. And conscripts shooting him in the flank where the cover doesn't matter anymore. These guys are still healing up. And everything's looking good. I'm getting about 200 manpower, so we're starting to float a little bit. Do I want to float? No. But I'm debating, hey, Do I wait for Veteran C2 and I get Guards Infantry, or do I build a 4th Conscript squad? And I'm going to hold off on that 4th Conscript squad because my opponent has 4 infantry units, 3 long range, and 1 MG cooking right now. So we're going to play it careful, safe, and we're going to get some powerful units onto the field. Alright, so now we have the VP, and I'm going to get a wipe on this unit on retreat. So my opponent messes up, I've got conscripts set up, I realize his mistake, I'm going to chase a little bit with these guys, right? And on the road, negative cover set up, I'm going to go ahead and burr him down, right? We've got 12 lovely rifles from the Comrade Soviet Union. And there's the Germans taking Sakava. And we're doing good, doing good. Now, I'm not going to let him get away. Fuck that. Boom! Hans is down for the count. 9, don't shoot me in the face. My glorious Axis infantry has been destroyed. This is Bushheiser. So now, since I've cleaned the floor with this poor model, I'm going to go ahead and decap his fuel. There's the MG. These guys get suppressed. I'm going to move these guys backwards. German's panicking. He's like, I must have the fuel for my overpowered Axis units, yeah. He's going to go ahead and remake his Volksgrenadiers. Again, I don't know this because during the match, I have no idea. I don't have any sight. So I know this engagement's good up here. Decap the fuel. We're stalling him on tanks, hurting his fuel income, right? Gonna put the barbed wire down on the sandbags. And then I'm going to go for those very low Storm Pioneer squad. With the engineers, I can win that fight. Look at the health. There's no health on them. That tells me, hey, even though he's got an MG out, it's either mechanized or medics, he doesn't have enough manpower to get the medics. So look at that. He's going to lose his engagement. Stick him into heavy cover. Even if he gets into heavy cover, I'm going to win. Look at that. Model drop. Boom. And at the same time with those minesweepers, I was kind of making sure, let me go ahead and pause this. I was making sure he doesn't have a mine waiting on me. No, that's very low. If I had another squad, this would have been GG early. But I want to make sure that he's not planting any mines. So, you know, Friedrich is running off into the forest like a little bitch, but that's fine. We'll get to him later. And my glorious conscripts are reinforcing, comrade. Ah. So 4-man conscripts can still put up a fight. I'm going to go ahead and debate that green cover. I realize I'm not going to win. I'm stalling, waiting for my other 12 conscripts to arrive. And we have, what, 16 shooters at that point. I'm going to focus the MP40 Grenadiers. And then now both of them will pop. So what does that tell me? He is trying to beat me in one-on-one infantry engagements. I'm going to stick these guys in the house. Boom. Now we have 4 windows in that house. 4 opportunities to shoot, and they take less damage. I fuck up with this. I thought the nade was going in the house. I almost lost that unit. That could have been a GG for me. Now, you're going, well, why could have been a GG? If you lose units as the allied players in Code 2, it gets really freaking hard. And as you can tell, these conscripts are barely holding on to these engagements. So, I'm floating too much manpower. I'm going to go ahead and tech up. I'm finally at command point 3. And I'm getting a T-70 first. My bad, I'm doing all this while playing, so if you look around and you see, hey, what the heck, dude? I want to get a T-70. Well, why T-70? He is spamming infantry with MP40s. My conscripts can't win on their own, but a T-70 can break him. On top of that, I have 2 engineers for fast repairs, and I'm constantly minesweeping the map. And I'm going to be stagnant. You're going to notice me not going as fast as I should be. I should have been moving 8 times faster. Alright, so here it is again. I'm going to back these guys up into the support chain. If he gets into the house, no big deal. I can still shoot him A-okay. Put a mine right there. Sneaky mines everywhere. You're going to notice sneaky random mines going left and right. Now I have 18 shooters, right? He realizes he can't win. He's going to back off. And I'm going to go ahead and take the initiative. Comrade, our T-70 has arrived. Now T-70's out into the field. And we're going to start making a big difference in the infantry engagements. And unfortunately, I keep getting people popping up here, so it's going to block my little toolbar. So there's the MG. I realize, hey, there's only 1 Grenadier squad. I'm going to take this T-70, burr downtown, and I'm going to focus this MG. Now, the reason why I felt confident in that push is he's spending all his munitions, not on mines, but on these MP40 upgrades that cost 60 munis, and check that out. Look at that. Drive by with my T-70. I let him see my ass. I wiggle it in front of him. He goes, yeah, that ass is so juicy. But I don't care. He almost got the snare, but I dropped the model. And I really wanted this kill, but unfortunately I miss. So we're putting more mines down at the same time. You're going to notice my munis are going too high up. Now, the reason why that is, let me go ahead and pause, is while I was getting the T-70 out, I immediately teched into 7-man conscripts to reduce the manpower cost and to get my conscripts to 7 men. So that's why I'm floating all this muni. I'm going to immediately dump 150 munitions into upgrading these conscripts. And you're going, well, mines would have helped. Yes, absolutely. But I cannot put enough mines down against this infantry to really halt him. Even if I drop 3 models, if I get lucky with a mine, he still has these 2 other squads that can beat, you know, all my conscripts combined. So we need to play it carefully. So T-70 is going to be on a rampage. Look at that. MG is blobbed up. That means more damage on each individual model because they're so close together. Engineers are going to go ahead and decap. And his units are panicking and trying to get into the fight and snare me. I'm not going to let him do that. His Raketin has popped. I know there's going to be AT. Raketin attack rounds are deadly. There's a little sneaky mine for me right here. I'm going to go ahead back with the T-70. He does get the snare. No big deal. I'm in my safety net. Engineers are going to run. I can't win that fight. He's moving to wipe me. Conscripts are capping the very far territory. I'm using this time to get more territory. Look at my map control. Let's get that tactical map. So look at my map control. It's very good. You know, minus the VPs. I'm going to go for his fuel. So I'm decapping his fuel again. At the same time doing all this craziness. I almost lose the guards. That would have been a big no-no for me. That's very hard to recover from that. My opponent's making leagues, so part of his Firestorm Doctrine and his bulletins. League spam. More leagues, more wins. Now, while that engagement was happening, let's go ahead and pause again. I hate this so much. Attack, move, Raketenwerfers. What does that mean to you for my new players? His Raketenwerfer will attack, move, looking for my T-70, and will stop as soon as it sees it, and most likely get the kill on it. And he'll walk them straight to your base. You got to be careful with this. It's the cheesiest tactic ever. Well, why is it cheese? Raketenwerfers are the only AT guns in the game that can retreat. So as soon as he gets the kill, he will take a pinky toe worth of damage and he'll run away. It's the cheesiest thing I've seen around here. So he's like, 9, I'm running away from this engagement. I messed up with the conscripts. They should have kept it at range. I realized I'm not going to win the fight. I'm going to run out of there. Not worth the loss. Back to the Vol camera at the same time, capping his fuel. I get a little bit suppressed. We're going to get out of there. I'm being stagnant again. I should have been healing up my units. My bad. I have perfectly good to go conscripts. I'm debating. My brain's, you know, AOL dial up. I've popped into the house over there. The church to burn him away. My bad. And I realize sorry, I realize there's a lot more going on. I'm trying to keep up with my own speed. So you're going to miss things. And I'm going to miss things. Okay, so here's the Storm Pioneers again. That's fine. Yeah, he will then... Sorry. Yeah, he will never be able to push us. Now, if you're wondering why didn't I keep pressing, there could be a mine there. I don't know if there's a mine there. I'm waiting on the minesweepers to show up. I don't want to take unnecessary damage and lose this engagement. T-70 is going to go ahead and push around town. He still hasn't popped the Shreks because he's muni-starved because he's spamming MP40s. Also, he's using the Firestorm Barrage nonstop. Over here, his Schwer headquarters is getting up. He's going to go ahead and block me. And what does that mean? He's going to block here, and he's going to block here, and it's going to make my life heck. There's the Storm Pioneers. I'm going to go ahead and press them. I think I get the wipe on them. I'm not too sure. There we go. We're pressing, we're pressing, we're pressing. Yep, looking good. Ah, here comes the Blob Squad. Well, it's not really a Blob, the Assault Squad, sorry. Almost get the wipe. There's the MG. Conscripts are on standby. I'm getting suppressed. I'm going to go ahead and focus his MG while the T-70 is shooting. That gives them a chance to get some damage into it. He's going to go ahead and pop armor-piercing rounds. Armor-piercing means danger to me. I'm going to burn out of there. No need to take unnecessary damage. Get the T-70 back in the fight. At the same time, Volk Grenadiers are coming down the road. He's like, I've got you now. He hits my mine. Mine's won games. And now, his 10-man assault is down to 4-man. Engineers are going to go ahead and get back. AT guns out. I'm going to Zis barrage this. Negative cover. Very close. High chance of winning. T-70 in support. We're good to go. Comrade, activate artillery barrage. Duh. Here comes the conscripts. I'm going to win this engagement no matter what. Stop the conscripts. Boom! Model drops. Let's get in there. Let's shake this shit up, baby. And look at that. Attack ground, Raketenwerfer. My pinky toe's been stabbed. I cannot take this heat, Friedrich. Run for your life. And guards are onto the field. Okay, what are we going to do? We're going to spend our munis, upgrade the guards, get the DPs. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Guards have been out for a while. Brain. And my buddy Bushido Jones, really good player. I like the guy. Sorry, man, I can't play with you right now doing a cast. Okay, over here. We got the Volksgrenadiers pressing us. He throws a nade. I'm going to dodge that nade. I lose a model. My bad. And we're going to press the T-70. I don't care if he snares me. He knows I don't care because I've got support ready to go. And engineers are in the background. I'm still planting mines, by the way. Where is it at? I'm planting a mine somewhere. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm teching up, my bad. So there's the MG. I'm not going to win this engagement. I'm going to get suppressed. I realize, hey, got to pull back. This T-70 is going to get in it to win it. I'm going to get snared. I fuck up really bad. This could have been a GG right here. It makes my life very hard. What does he not do, though? He could have just ran right at me. I don't know why. Maybe because he knows I have a mine. Who knows? But he's going to focus the DP bleed. Boom! Hits my mine again. Ah, comrade, you like that mine? Ah, attack move Raketenwerfer. Oh, my. Hello, my friend. I'm going to throw a nade at that. I didn't realize how low it got because if you look at my follow camera, I'm focused all the way over here. I got it down to 2 models. I could have won that shit, but I got to get out because here comes the blob machine. I'm seeing glorious Oberkommando Vestia. I cannot fight it. It's too much access. Yeah, mein glorious Panthers, Tigers, Storm Pioneer, Storm Panther. Too much to handle, yeah? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my mini blob together. And we're going to go ahead and fight this. Sorry, there might have been a glitch on my microphone. I'm kind of balancing it right now. I had to drive 16 hours and move to a new state, so I'm all over the place. But we're going to go ahead and focus the squad. We have, what, 21 shooters versus his 7. We're going to win. Dodge the nade. He thinks I'm going to blob up and take it. 9. And we're going to focus the 3-man squad. But I cannot get the wipe. He's too far gone. T-70's in repair. I'm teching up. I want to go ahead and get my fast tank out. That's why I'm floating manpower. I need 360 manpower to get my tanks. And it is cooking. Cooking, building, starting. You know, quick little terms that I like to use in 4v4s. And look, the leagues are going wild. Go ahead and dodge the leagues. No need to take it. You can dodge and cap at the same time. I see a lot of people will just sit there and take it. Don't stare at it. Fucking dodge it, my guy. Jeez Louise. Alright, over here with the T-70, we're going to keep it nice and aggressive. Because my opponent is saving up most likely for the Panzer IV. He's floating 500 manpower. Personally, he should have went double Raketenwerfers. Were made it very hard for me. So what does he do? He pops a smoke and he's trying to choke. He's trying to snare me. I say, fuck that. T-70's going to burn out. Sorry. T-70's going to burn out. And we're going to activate strafing run. We're going to get the wipe on this MG. T-34 just popped. I'm trying to steal the MG, but Schwerpanzer headquarters activated, so I fuck up, but I lose the chance to get the MG, but that's fine. I'm going to go over here, refocus it. Raketenwerfer can't attack me unless he attacks ground. I'm going to back off, have vision on that, extend vision with a Veteran C2 if I got that right, and we're going to hit this MG no matter what. Here we go, T-34 in the background. Look, there's the attack round for my opponent. What are we going to do, though? We're going to kill that MG. We're going to deny him manpower. My opponent is hurting. I didn't realize how bad I fucked him up. We're going to kill it no matter what. Go ahead and take the damage. That's perfectly fine. But I shift focus to the Raketenwerfer. And we're going to go ahead and kill that too. We're going to take him out of the game as much as possible. What is he going to do? He's going to recruit again. But my tank's healthy enough. We're going to keep attacking him. This guy's going to back out, but T-70's still in it to win it. He realizes he can't win. He's like, 9, Vranove. But we're not done here, guys. We've got to kill this MG. Because, look, he's remaking it. So we're going to take 260 manpower away from him, plus the additional cost to reinforce. T-70's still going to work on that. In a second. I'm going to stop the bleed. My bad, my bad. And then I maybe should have finished it, but I'm like, no, this MG is more the priority. Look at that penetration. Axis artillery penetrating allied tanks. Balance. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. I wish mine units sucks that hard, said no Axis player. Alright, repairing the T-34. Comrade, we must fix this damage. It is made of Stalinium. How could you lose? And tanks are unrepaired. Okay, look, they say T-34 is a medium tank. That's a fucking lie. It plays like a light tank. It's better at killing infantry than tanks. But why did I choose this commander? We have the ability to stun tanks. We have the ability to mark targets, which increases damage and penetration tank chances on tanks. What is my opponent doing right now? You could call it cheesy, but at the same time, it's very freaking smart. He's burning the VP point. He's keeping me from pressing. Now, something that's a little bit fishy, he had no vision on my units. He had no idea I was coming. So how the fuck did he know to burn the VP? Just saying. Okay, Panzer IV can act like a shotgun. Space out your units. AT's moving into support. I stun locked him with the guards rifles. Sorry, gotta readjust my body. Stun. My bad, microphone's gonna mess up on that because I dropped it. So I apologize for hearing that. Just stun lock him. Yeah, my bad. If there's a lot of audio mess up, that is the microphone falling. So I've got a shitty mic right now. Move, you know. Okay, T-34 is getting back into the fight. Look at that. We're gonna go ahead and try to crush. I don't care if I get snared. His Panzer IV is super weak. AT's in support. And we're gonna put this pressure on him. At the same time, leagues are barraging me. I'm gonna go ahead and retreat the guards. Reposition the AT gun in a second. Because he's using his units' vision. Panzer IV comes back to the field. I gotta go. It's not worth it. Panzer IV can't finish me. He thinks my conscripts have snares, and I think I did tech up. Yep, I do have snares ready to go. He can't touch me. So, honestly, this is a win for me. We're focusing his manpower bleed again, keeping it low. I'm floating 800 manpower like a ding-dong. You know? So I fuck up. Oh, look at that! Hans, the attack move for Raketenwerfer is so fucking glorious. So what is he doing? He is looking for me. Time to get back into my base. Can't let that happen. Now I am floating manpower. I'm being a fool right now. Oh, look at that. It's going. It's going. And yep, it's gone. It's time to run away. Attack move for Raketenwerfer. Best thing in the game. So we're going to go ahead and print a Katusha for his leagues. I'm going to make an additional AT gun. I was debating on whether going guards or AT. AT is going to cost 320 manpower. Oh, boom. We're back at a good manpower count. We're no longer floating. Okay, why Caddy? You know, because his leagues are doing some pretty heavy damage to my units. They're bleeding me. It's unnecessary losses, and they're really annoying. If I had MGs, I would have lost this. If I went Maxim spam that everybody's terrified of. I saw somebody cry about Maxims in the co-form. They said a Maxim pinned down 20 Fallschirmjägers. I'm thinking to myself, what, did you blob them together? You fucking retard. How the fuck do you get suppressed with a Maxim with Fallschirmjägers? Just walk around it. Pardon my French. Okay, so we have our conscripts. The reason why I tucked the other one behind the house is I want to make sure that those guys aren't getting hit. I'm going to have those other shooters in the front and keep them in reserve. And look at that. He can't push me. I can't push him. We're good to go. Caddy's moving up. I'm being very careful. He could have the attack move for Raketenwerfer somewhere in the background. I'm moving my T-34 to take any damage in case he decides to attack move. And on top of that, I was trying to locate where these leagues were barraging me. So I'm going to use the T-70 in a second. Here comes the T-34 hard charging. We're going to go ahead and put pressure on that. Even if he snares me, we're perfectly fine. We have AT in cover, in reserve, and we're good to go. And look at that. Oh, there's the Raketenwerfer. So that tells me Caddy is about to barrage. So we're going to go ahead and bring the engineers out of base. Guards are in reserve. I need to get them out. Again, I'm being very slow right now. There's a lot of things I could have been doing. I could have been putting more mines down. But at the same time, I like my strafing runs for 100 munis, which is very fucking expensive. And I like my mark target. So that would take my munition count pretty much down to 50 or something like that. I'm doing quick math, so if somebody goes, I busted out the calculator and you're wrong, nobody cares. Alright, T-70 is going to go ahead and spot for me. So what am I doing with the T-70? I'm decapping, spotting. His Raketenwerfer is over there. He's only got one. We're going to get the cap no matter what. Got to stop this bleed. We are hurting on BPs now. Boom, roll out. Katusha. Look at that guy. He is cranking out. I think we killed both of these. Oh, hold on. Okay, so we got one of them for sure. Other one took a lot of health damage, and there's a Raketenwerfer. And here we go. Katusha's going to stay in the back line. I should have repositioned it, you know, but I feel very comfortable. I'm not really concerned about my opponent at this point. I thought he had way more infantry. I could have been more aggressive, but the reason why we can't push anymore is this Schwer headquarters. If I go and attack it, I put myself at great risk. of losing a lot. So I'm being very defensive right now. Oh, well, defensive and aggressive. Okay, here comes his Veterans Team 5. Vox Grenadiers. Yeah, if it's the MP40s in unison. Here comes his tank. I'm going to try to dodge that nade. I take damage. Too much health damage. Got to get out of here. T-34 is going to move in. I'm going to retreat it in a second. There we go. I'm out of here. AT's in support. We're perfectly fine. Boom. Good shot. Conscripts in the house are now into the fight. Get behind the heavy cover. He threw his grenade. He's on cooldown. And I'm going to win this fight no matter what. MP40's at range. Can't win. Conscripts are... Hold on. Wait a second there. Okay. Sorry. When people try to tell me the conscripts are overpowered, and I look at fucking 3 models getting in medium cover holding out, yeah. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and snare that Panzer IV. No. Okay, he's backing out. I want to. I was being careful. I think he has a lot more, right? Okay, here's an additional MG. He's remaking his MGs. So again, going for 2, making it for the infantry. And I'm putting mines down at the same time. T-70's moving up. Katusha is about ready to... Yep, it's ready to barrage. He spaced out his leagues. Oorah. Snare in the vehicle. AT gun's going to go ahead and push up. I moved the T-34 in unison. I want to go ahead and take out this Panzer IV. Take out the Panzer IV. He's got nothing. I'm going to go ahead and mark target in a second. At the same time, his AT gun, I'm going to burr that down with a strafing run. So even with the marked target, I'm going to lose this engagement. But what did we get? We got an AT gun out of this. Damage on his infantry. He can't recrew this AT gun. I have conscripts in reserve. We're going to push them up and cap the AT gun. Now I have 3 AT guns for the cost of 1 T-34. It's not terrible. It's not terrible, but I have anti-tank guarantee and a Su-85 in the background. I wanted his machine gun. I stopped. I realized I can't pick it up. The Schwer headquarters will kill me. So what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and keep him away from it as much as possible. Kill the leagues. Boom. So he has no defense for this anymore. He's hurting. He is hurting badly. And I'm waiting for my opponent's move at this point. I don't know what he's going to do. I had no idea he was this low. I thought he had way more in reserve. I've been playing my heart out this game. Here comes the tank. I'm like, what the heck is he doing? It's gone. I believe my opponent has dropped at this point. Yep, there it is. So, with for my new players, conscripts, keep them at range, put them in heavy cover, you're going to be A-okay. And for anybody wondering if I'm coming back to Co, I will probably set up a different YouTube channel for Company of Heroes casting. I like to keep my main channel, comedic. I like doing comedy videos. But yeah, I'll get another video out by today. I'm going to go over a 2v2 and a 1v1, so maybe 3 videos today. But yes, if you enjoyed it, give me your feedback. If not, keep it respectful. If you don't keep it respectful, I'm just going to laugh at you. But,